Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with noise and endless movement, there lived a young man named Adrian. He was 28 years old, well educated, and had a good job. From the outside, his life looked perfect. But inside, Adrian felt empty. He felt like something was missing, like there was a hole in his heart that nothing could fill. Every morning, Adrian woke up with the same thought: I need to be happy. He tried everything he could think of. He bought expensive clothes, hoping they would make him feel better. He went to fancy restaurants, thinking good food would bring him joy. He traveled to beautiful places, believing that new sights would finally give him the happiness he was searching for. But no matter what he did, the feeling never lasted. The happiness came for a moment, like a spark, and then it disappeared. And each time it faded, Adrian felt even more lost than before. He became frustrated. He became tired. He asked himself again and again, why can't I be happy? What am I doing wrong? One evening, after a long and exhausting day, Adrian sat alone in his apartment. The city lights blinked outside his window, but inside everything felt dark. He looked at all the things he had bought, all the pictures from his trips, and he whispered to himself, I have everything. So why do I feel like I have nothing? That night he couldn't sleep. His mind was restless, full of questions with no answers. In the early morning, just before sunrise, Adrian decided to leave the city. He didn't know where he was going. He just knew he needed to get away. He drove for hours through forests and over hills until he reached a quiet village near the mountains. The air was fresh. The sound of birds filled the silence, and for the first time in a long time, Adrian felt like he could breathe. As he walked through the village, he saw an old man sitting under a large tree. The man had a long white beard and peaceful eyes. He was simply sitting there, doing nothing, yet his face glowed with calm and contentment. Adrian felt drawn to him. He walked over and said softly, Excuse me, sir, may I ask you something? The old man opened his eyes slowly and smiled. Of course, my son. Sit with me. Adrian sat down beside him and hesitated for a moment. Then he spoke from his heart. I've been searching for happiness my whole life. I've tried everything, but no matter what I do, I can't find it. I feel lost. I feel tired. Can you tell me, where is happiness? How do I find it? The old man looked at him with gentle eyes. He didn't speak right away. He simply looked at the sky, at the trees, at the wind moving through the leaves. Then, after a long pause, he said, Tell me, young man, have you ever tried to catch the wind? Adrian looked confused. Catch the wind? No, that's impossible. The old man nodded. Exactly. And that is what you are doing with happiness. You are chasing it. You are running after it with all your strength. But happiness is like the wind. The more you chase it, the more it escapes you. Adrian's heart sank. Then, how can I ever be happy? The old man smiled again, this time even softer. Stop chasing it. Adrian blinked. Stop chasing it. But if I stop, won't I lose it forever? The old man shook his head. No, my son. When you stop chasing happiness, when you stop looking for it outside yourself, something beautiful happens. It finds you. Adrian sat in silence. The words echoed in his mind, but he didn't fully understand. The old man continued. Happiness is not something you buy. It is not something you find in a place or in another person. Happiness is not a goal. It is a state of being. It lives inside you, always. But when your mind is busy chasing, searching, wanting, you cannot feel it. You walk past it every single day without even noticing. He paused and pointed to a small flower growing near the tree. Look at this flower. It does not chase the sun. It does not beg for water. It simply grows. It simply exists. And because of that, it is beautiful. It is complete. That is how you must live. Adrian felt something shift inside him. A tear rolled down his cheek. So, I just need to stop trying so hard. The old man nodded. Yes. Be present. Be still. Stop running toward tomorrow. Stop regretting yesterday. Live in this moment, right here, right now. When you do that, you will realize that peace was always with you. And where there is peace, happiness is never far behind. Adrian closed his eyes. For the first time in years, he didn't think about what he wanted. He didn't worry about what he didn't have. He simply sat there, breathing, feeling the breeze on his skin, listening to the world around him. And in that moment, something amazing happened. He felt it, a warmth in his chest, a lightness in his heart. It was quiet, it was gentle, but it was real. He opened his eyes and looked at the old man. I feel it, he whispered. I finally feel it. The old man smiled and placed a hand on Adrian's shoulder. That is because you stopped running. You allowed yourself to be still. And in stillness, my son, everything you were searching for has always been waiting. Adrian stayed in that village for a few more days. He didn't do anything special. He just walked, breathed, and lived in each moment. And for the first time in his life, he felt truly at peace. When he returned to the city, nothing had changed on the outside, but inside everything was different. Adrian no longer chased happiness. He no longer needed it to come from somewhere else, because now he carried it within him. Friends, the lesson is simple but powerful. Happiness is not out there. It is in here. Stop searching, stop running, just be. And when you do, happiness will find you.